Hello everyone, this is Sukhman from SHAH JI Immigration. Let's go over the Ontario's Express Entry Skilled Trades Tree. So the work experience in this category, and excuse my handwriting, it's going to be a little hard to read, but work experience, you need at least 1 year work experience in Ontario. You need to work in Ontario for at least 1 year. It can be in two different no codes. It can be cumulative. So you can work 6 months at with one employer and 6 months with some other employer, and you will still be deemed eligible. Of course, some exemptions are there. And work experience must be in major groups 72, 73, 82, 83, and 93, with the exceptions that are mentioned here. And just to give you a little idea about these major groups, so these include the occupations such as welder, carpenter, roofer, concrete finishers, delivery driver, supervisor, and mostly construction related trades. But you can look it up. If you search up these in the on the Google, you will find out what it includes. And the work experience must be obtained within the last 2 years from the date of submitting your application. This is important. You can pause and read this again just to get what it means. And the intent, you must be living in Ontario, and your intention must be to reside in Ontario as well. And you must hold a valid work permit at the time you apply for your OINP application, the PNP application. The language requirements are not that hard to meet, so just at least a CLB5 level is required. So at least a CLB5, which equals to 4 in reading, 5 in writing, 5 in listening, and 5 in speaking, if you're related to IELTS score. And I'll just go over a little example to just quickly give you an idea on what the aspects include. So, an applicant, let's say, came to Canada as an international student. They did grade 12 from outside Canada, a 2 year diploma from Sheridan College, 1 year welder experience gained after they applied for their postgraduate work permit. Right? So now they have 1 year experience as a welder, and they have a CLB7, which is 6 each in IELTS. And this will come out to be, the Sierra score will come out to be 357, 357. And that's assuming that they're not married, their age is 24, they have no LMIA or no PR slash citizen Canadian sibling. So this is what the steps will look like. So they will create their Express Entry profile after obviously finishing 1 year of work permit, a 1 year work experience. Create an Express Entry profile, receive a notification of interest. Once the Ontario sends you the notification of interest, you have 45 calendar days. So it's not business days, it's calendar days. So 45 days to submit your OINP application. After you submit your ONP application, you gotta wait for approval. You wait for the approval. Once it's approved, you get 600 points in your Express Entry profile. And then you just wait for another Express Entry draw. And once you get picked, you will get the ITA, invitation to apply. Then you submit your application, and then you just have to wait for the process to go through and get your permanent residency. So this is what the process entails, and it's not as complicated as it sounds, but uh, create your Express Entry profile, wait for Ontario to nominate you, depending on the no code that you picked, obviously. So receive NOI, submit your application for PNP, wait for the PNP to get approved. Then the 600 points will be added to your Express Entry profile. Once they are added, it's almost guaranteed that you will get permanent residency. But depending on your documentation, obviously, it should be legitimate. And this is mostly, roughly I gave you guys the idea on what the OINP is. There are a lot little details that are there. This is not everything, obviously, but this is just a general overview of what the OINP Express Entry Skills Trade